Sit down. God bless you. I give thanks to God for the ministry of our brother Arome, that I have heard so much about him and over many years, but never had a time or opportunity to meet him. Until Prophet Ayojeje, who is here with me. Prophet Ayojeje, could you please stand up and be recognized, because you are the one who made the link for this meeting. Thank you. And he flew into Abuja. I've flown into Abuja myself to wait for him, and he arrived this morning, and both of us then traveled down. But beyond the fact that Apostle Arome brought me to this meeting is the fact that my destiny and spiritual history relates very deeply and personally to Benue State. I gave my life to Christ in 1972 in Kesiena, Benue State. So something about me is related to Benue State. And something about me wants me to be paying visit to Benue State, if only to say, Benue, thank you for what God used Benue to do in my life, much more than the state of my birth. And for this meeting especially, it's not a very convenient time to come. But because of the debt that I owe Benue, that my visit need to be, if only a part payment. And for the support I need to give to the ministry of Apostle Arome, whom I met in the United States of America about a month ago. He heard that I will be in Minnesota, and he traveled all the way to come and see me in the church where I was preaching. I need you to celebrate Apostle Arome. I have so much regard for what he stands for and what he represents. So much that I'm putting up an organization together. God will be showing himself in this place tonight as a God who turns things around. God who turns things around. Jesus will let us know from his first miracle, and deliberately so, unexpectedly so, and unpredictably so, because nobody will expect that Jesus will be starting his ministry with wine. Unexpectedly so because nobody will be expecting that holy Jesus, righteous Jesus, when he comes to start ministry, and it will be wine that he will be using to start. And particularly when the request was initially presented to him by his mother, that the people want wine. He didn't say the people need wine. Nobody need wine. If after you have eaten during reception, after a wedding, and you have eaten and you couldn't get drink, go home. You're not supposed to sit back here and be making noise. The bride and the bridegroom, did they promise you wine? And in this economy, if only we can get rice to put on the table in front of you. If you have nothing to eat, please go home and drink water. But Jesus was trying to make a statement. Unexpected and quite nasty and quite undignifying for a righteous Jesus to be starting his ministry with wine. But we're trying to make a statement. We're trying to make a statement. And that's why we're going to look away from all the controversies that may surround this miracle and rather focus on the fact that Jesus' ministry was about turning things around. And so when they needed wine in John chapter 2, when they wanted wine in John chapter 2 and they did not have wine, and Jesus then said, you need wine, you don't have wine, but do you have water? And they said, well, there is water. And Jesus said, in that case, just fetch water and be pouring it into those drums over there. Very soon I will give you wine. And the responsibility of man for procuring himself the miracle and the turning around of God begins with your own role in your own miracle. Your contribution to your miracle is no responsibility at all. Jesus said, well, we're going to get some bread for them and fish, but do you have what to start the miracle with? In the event that you don't have any raw material, then we have nothing to process. In the event that you have no input of your own to your own destiny, then we have nothing to process. In the event that you have nothing to give to God to process and produce a product, if there is no raw material, there is no process. If there's no process, there's no product. In the event that you have nothing to contribute to your own miracle. For example, if they came to Jesus to say, well, where we needed to fetch water, we got there, and the Baba who owns the well, he locked the well and he has traveled. Or we got there and said we want to fetch water, and the neighbors drove us away. For whatever reason, an excuse you have for not being able to provide water, that will also be the reason why you will not get wine. And for all time, you have always had a role to play in the procurement of your own miracle. I don't really know any place in the Bible where people do nothing to get miracle. A widow came to Elisha and said, my husband is dead, and we're owing money. And Elisha said, what do you have in the house? Your miracle starts with what you have to contribute. Where you have nothing to contribute to your own miracle, then of course you come to zero. Not because God will do nothing or can do nothing, but because you have no raw material for a product. And when you come here tonight, for example, it might just be your faith that you have come with to deposit. You have to pay a deposit. You have to put something down that we can see. I will show it to you very soon from the scriptures. You have put some. The Bible spoke about a woman with the issue of blood in the Bible and came to touch the hem of the garment of Jesus. And Jesus told her, your faith has made you. What faith? What faith? She had to generate a faith. Nobody taught her to go and touch the hem of the garment. No pastor told her to do that. Nobody suggested that to do that. She generated the faith inside her. That if only I can touch the hem of his garment, I will be healed. She generated the faith. You have to generate a faith. You have to originate a movement, a spiritual movement of God. When it was no longer possible for Josedek and Amram, the parents of Moses, to keep him in the house, the Bible says that the man decided to make an ark and put the baby inside. And go and put the baby by the riverside. And told the mother to go there. And told the sister to stand by. That the daughter of Pharaoh was going to come and bath. And will see the child. And when she see the child, let Miriam go to her and propose to get a nurse. The theory that the father laid out was what God used to save Moses. For example, the idea could have crossed his mind. Suppose we put the baby there and the baby is crying and a crocodile come to eat it. We're not thinking about that. Suppose we put the baby there and the daughter of Pharaoh did not come to bath. We're not thinking about that. Suppose the daughter of Pharaoh see the child and Miriam proposed to get it. From where are you coming to propose to get me a nurse? I'm a princess. You just come out of the bush from where? Suppose there are hundreds and thousands of suppose, but we are not thinking about that. We have laid out a plan. When you have no plan, God has nothing to work with. We have laid down a plan that if this baby is put by the river, the daughter of Pharaoh will come to birth. The daughter of Pharaoh will carry the baby. Miriam will suggest a nurse, and the lady will accept, and Miriam will call the mother to be the nurse. We have laid out a plan. We have laid out a plan. When you have no plan, God has nothing to work with. If it is in Ilorin now, they will clap and they will. But now that we are in Makurdi, and they don't know me, and I don't know them. But let me hope that you are hearing me. Let me believe that you are understanding me. Nobody told Josedek or Amram to say, make an ark, put the baby inside, go and keep the baby by the waterside. Nobody. He generated it. And you get to the Hebrews chapter 11 and you will be told that by faith, Moses, when he was born, was kept for 3 months when it's no longer possible to get. So all they did was by faith. And God honored the faith. But the faith had plan to work with. Faith without works is dead. When it is time to pray tonight, somebody must stand to his feet and say, today I will get my miracle. Somebody must be determined and say, I'm not going away today without getting a miracle. If you mastermind, if you are determined, if you are resolute, if you are absolute, if that's what you stand for, heaven is going around to check with each person what is the status of your preparation to get a miracle from God. And when you just sit down there, you have nothing, then you get nothing.
The word that the man of God has spoken, please, in any way you are touched, in any way you've learned one or two things, please do well to meditate on them and pray as the Lord will going to be helping us together as we journey this journey of Christianity. May the Lord give us understanding. Please do well to like our video, subscribe to our channel, and click the notification button so you'll be notified whenever we have a video like this. Thank you. We love you.
May the Lord give you understanding.